Okay, my name's A.T. Miller. I'm an up-and-coming inspired truck driver. And I'm doing this video because pretty much I just want to let everybody know that, one, trucking ain't for everybody. Two, if you really want to get in the industry and you have a background or you have anything that prohibits you or takes a little bit more time, then maybe some of the information that I have could help you along your way. Okay, so now, as of now, I'm in a trucking school in Dundalk, Baltimore, pretty much called All-State Careers, Commercial Driving. I guess this is my second month that I've been in there. The course is actually 5.5 months. My graduation date is October the 20th. And pretty much you have 10 weeks of classroom, which they go over trip planning, like learning how to use the atlas, the map, different things that can, matter. Also, we have this this study book, which we do maybe 10 chapters a week. We go through it real quick. It's called the Tractor Trailer Truck Driving Training 4th edition. Okay, there's a lot of good information in there. They have tests and different things. That it's really like a school, I know at first I was trying to get into trucking school through the sponsorship program. CR England, Werner, Stevens, Swift, Covenant. I think those are a couple of the ones that I did try. I know it was a few more, but those are the ones that I've initially tried. And it didn't work out for me. I got turned down by every single one of them due to my background. I had 2 assault cases, one that was in 2012, and one that was in 2015. That was the one in 2012 was actually resulted in a no pros, which means there's no prosecution. And the one in 2015 ended in a stat. But I had to, go through malicious destruction of property. All of these things that occurred that reminds me, don't drink and go to a bar drunk already. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to get into some issues. And that's what ended up happening. Got into altercation with a gentleman. Was arrested. We both was in the same situation, but I got the worst end of it. So maybe he pressed charges on me, and I was like, wow, Anyway, it was at a stat, STET, which means it stays on your record for 3 years. 3 years. And if you don't get into any trouble after the 3 years, then, okay, it's pretty much like a probation type of thing. But fortunately, and I thank God for this, fortunately for me, they gave me the option to pay the restitution, which was $600 or $1,000 or something like that. I paid $600 restitution to the bar owner, and took it to the courthouse, gave it to the clerk, and let them know that everything was squared away. Because the judge said if I make the payment, then I'll be able to turn that into a no pros. So I did that. So now it's at a no pros, and anybody that knows anything about a record, they know that if you have a no pros, then you can actually get it expunged off your record. Anyway, that was a long story. So I had a few things that I had to get expunged off my record or even sealed. in order to get in this trucking career. Mind you, I'm ex-military, and I didn't get to, too much trouble until after I got out of the military, which is odd, but whatever. So I had a assault in the first degree, which is being expunged. Assault in the second degree, which is being expunged. I had a DUI, okay? But the DUI was a no pros. I didn't get convicted of it. A DWI, same thing, a no pros. Didn't get convicted of it. But all of this stuff still shows up on my record. So this is why the companies were afraid to take a chance on me due to my record. Then driving, I think it's on a suspended license. This was back in, I want to say 2010. Driving on a suspended license, 2010 again. And there was quite a few other things that I had. So I had so much stuff that was on my record that just made me look like I was a real criminal, like a real live stone cold. Don't get this man no job because he's gonna do something criminal, which is not the case. I got kids, I have I did have a family. I have kids, and all I wanted to do was get into a career that I was gonna enjoy, that I wouldn't have to pretty much deal with a person over my shoulder all day long. I love to travel. I love the open road and different things like that. So I say, hey, let me consider trucking. I love the big trucks. You know what I'm saying? I like to work on cars. I'm a technical person. So anyway, so this is going on a year and a half now that I've been on this journey and this road, and I'm actually in school now. The tuition was, I think, $10,000, which I was able to receive financial aid, which I know people are going to make comments on. Why'd you go that way? You could have just waited until all your stuff was squared away, and then you'd have been okay, which they're absolutely right, because I was actually on my way to CR England. And what happened was they looked at my background. They seen that I had the stat on there, and they said, if you can get that changed to a no pros, then we'll accept you. You can come in. Well, lucky me, I'm glad I didn't go down there, and they told me that. They told me that after I gave all my stuff away, told my landlord that I was going to be going over the road. So I pretty much gave up everything to get ready to go to CR England, and they told me at I think it was like 2 days before I was supposed to catch the bus. I already had my bus ticket. I have it. Oh my gosh, it was something. But I keep the remembrance in my folder because I want to remember, where I came from. No hard feelings towards CR England or none of the companies that I applied for that turned me down, because I know in the end of the day, if you're diligent, if you keep pushing and you work hard and you do what needs to be done, it's no way that you're not going to succeed in this in life, period. But especially in this trucking career, if you push hard, you do your work, you do what needs to be done. It's the school that I go to is 10 hours in the classroom and 14 hours on the range. I have 2 more weeks. No, I have actually 6 more weeks. Is it 6 more? Yeah, these last 2 weeks of this month and 2 weeks. I don't know. I'll be the 3rd week of July. Then I'll be going out on the range to do the back end, going over the road, driving and doing different things like that for 14 weeks. It's a long process, but I'm getting experience that I really want, because this is my career. I want to pay, I'm paying the money. I want to get the best of the best. I don't want to rush out there and 2 months later, I'm burnt out because I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where to go. I don't know what's. So I see a lot of videos, and this is what inspired me to do a video. I see a lot of videos of guys that's talking about stuff, and and I'm not throwing shots, but they've been in their career for at least over a year or two. And it's things that I learned within the first month that they're talking about now, that they're just talking about safety things, precautions, and maybe they already know the different things that they about their trucks and different things like that. But I'm glad that I'm in a situation where it's taking me 5.5 months because I waited this long. So I'm actually in the school. We have a on-site lady, Miss Pam. She's a beautiful lady. If you decide that you want to go to the school, this lady will help you out. She's helped me out tremendously to get everything cleared off of my record legally that I didn't even know that I could do. And you know, and have job placement for us. I'm gonna show you some of the jobs that came to our last job fair. So we had WMATA, which is Metro, DC area. If you live in the DC area, Maryland, Virginia, Metro, this is a company. They do the train and the buses. It's a good job, but it's not something that I'm looking into. Also, RTA, which is like the Baltimore area, Glen Burnie, and areas like that. They came to orientation. Also, bus, Class B, with air brakes endorsement. We had TMC. They came. I really like the flatbeds. I'm not sure exactly where I'm gonna go into, but I really enjoy the flatbeds. I'm a manual type person, so I do like, you know, flatbeds. Also, this was another good company I looked into, which was Maverick. I heard a lot of good things. The gentleman came and spoke to the class, and a lot of good things I heard from their company. You got even local runs. Gordon, which is a refrigerator. I want to go over the road, but it's always good to have options. You know, Gordon, which is a local company. U.S. Express is a good company. They came and they spoke with us, gave us good information. Over the road company. Snyder. They came, they spoke with us, and they come at least twice a month or once a month, and you get an insight of the company, not just researching it on a computer. You get maybe a driver that graduated from the actual school comes and tell you his experience and what's going on. It's another company, New Pen. That's another company that came, of course. You have Swift. They came. They showed up, and it was quite a few more. PGT Trucking. They came, gave us information. So so when you got all of these companies, and that's not all of them. I don't have all of the brochures and everything with me. But when you have all of these companies coming, and it gives you motivation. It makes you want to get up in the morning. Monday through Thursday class is Monday through Thursday, 8 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. So it makes you get up. It's like a job. You get up, you go. I don't care where you have to come from, but you get up, you go, you do what needs to be done, and then you're free. And then you see the instructors that's been in there 20, 30 years. BJ is my instructor, and a guy named John Okoye, a new instructor, and another gentleman named Steve. They tell you their insight on the industry and how they manage their money and what the ins and outs and how not to use your phones and take important. I mean, it's little things that we take for granted now. I'm learning in class. I'm learning. You know, not just the trucking, getting in the truck. I believe that I'm gonna be all right. You know, everybody says that I got confidence that I'm gonna be okay driving once I get, you know, the training. But it's certain things that you don't know unless you're actually in those situations. It's good to always have someone to talk to you about it. that's experienced maybe DOT situations, that experience